A very good afternoon to you from wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to NTV at 1 on this Sunday, 29th of September. My name is Hellen and welcome to the broadcast. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has arrested the head of cleaning services in the Kakamega County government as it pursues recovery of wealth worth 615 million shillings believed to have been acquired illegally. John Koveti Lumula, the head of a company that offers cleaning services for the county, is being questioned after being apprehended following a search conducted by EACC investigators at both his residence and workplaces. Among the wide array of assets under investigation is a high-end private school valued at 200 million shillings, directly managed by Lumula's spouse. The assets also include several hotels, extensive land holdings, profitable commercial structures, and impressive collection of luxury vehicles. These discoveries hint at a trend of dubious financial gains accumulated by Lumula. This is according to EACC. The Commission says it received complaints that Lumula has accumulated unexplained wealth through kickbacks, which is believed he received from suppliers and contractors when he served in the procurement department of the county. Raising children with special needs is, to say the least, an arduous task for parents and guardians. This week, as the world celebrates the Deaf Day, which is marked every September, NTV's Judith Cherono Mondi went to Vihiga County and documented challenges faced by children with hearing impairment who were abandoned by their mothers and left them under the care of aging guardians.
In Wanyange village, two boys aged 12 and 13 years old were abandoned by their biological mothers at their infancy. 13-year-old Lincoln Mugami is in grade 7, while Arnold Indaru is in grade 4 at Chekombero Special School for the Deaf in Vihiga County. Both boys have been under the care of their aging paternal grandmothers since they were young.
Mtoto kama niko na miezi 2 na nikakaa na mtoto kama mzazi. Lakini alipofika mahali kama anakaa, sikuona kama anaongea. Mbale wakamtuma Kisumu. Na akaambiwa huyu mtoto hawezi kuongea. Na huyu mtoto hamwezi kuweka kwa shule ya watoto wanaongea. Sasa kitu kile mtafanya, mpeleke kwa shule ya special.
Akitoka shuleni akija nyumbani, hata mimi mwenyewe sasa shughuli ya kufanya kazi nyumbani ananilive. Yeye ndiye anasaidia shosho yake kazi nyingi hapa, kama mimi nimetoka nimeenda kibarua ya kutafuta gorogoro.
Elizabeth Lidembu, Lincoln's grandmother, faces a myriad of challenges. Besides struggling to raise school fees for her grandson, Elizabeth also has communication challenges with Lincoln since she cannot use sign language.
Kuna msichana mwingine yuko hapo, yuko kwa class 5. Yeye anajua hiyo kiluka yote. Ikinishinda mimi namwambia anasemaje? Ananiambia.
Florence Kavere Indaru shares the same experience with Elizabeth. She too has been taking care of Arnold Indaru since he was an infant. His father is hooked to alcohol and spends his day in the drinking dens.
Mtoto alimwacha kama iko na miaka 2, alikuwa tu anatamba. Kutoka siku hiyo mama yake haonekani mpaka saa hii. Mimi ndio mama yake.
Despite these challenges, there is hope as their school is about to get a facelift through renovation and refurbishment, courtesy of Musalia Memorial Foundation Trust Fund.
This will have a profound and lasting impact on the lives of our young learners. This partnership is a shining example of what we can achieve when we come together to support and work for not only those in need, but for society as a whole.
Even those children, even those people who are living with disabilities have a potential. They have potential of learning.
The groundbreaking ceremony took place on Friday at the school. Among the areas to be improved include water infrastructure, sanitation, and administration block. Every last Sunday of September is dedicated for all the people living with hearing impairment. Statistics shows that at least 460 million people in the world live with hearing loss. Judith Cherono, Monday, NTV, Kisumu.
Protests were witnessed on Saturday at Mutuati Market, Igembe North, Meru County, where locals were demonstrating against bandits terrorizing them. According to the residents, for the last 2 weeks, 5 people, among them 3 National Police reservists, were shot dead after armed assailants raided the area before walking away with unknown number of livestock. They say the silence of Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki is only serving to make things worse. They are now worried the wave of insecurity has paralyzed all economic activities. They want Kindiki to fulfill his promise of wiping away the bandits in the area.
Watu wameweka ya kulinda watu wetu. Sasa leo ndio tumeamua tufanye maandamano mpaka mwisho. Mpaka tupigie na William Ruto, kwa sababu ile mtu anapigana naye ni Gasagu. Hata wanasema Kindiki afanye kingpin afanye kingpin wa Mount Kenya East
na Badret, na kila siku tumesika watu mpaka tumechoka watu wa area hii. Juzi watu walio hapa Amwadhi, usiku wa kuamkia leo wale mbuzi watu walikuwa pale Bulu karibu na kambi ya polisi. Ni mita 50 kutoka hapo kambi iko, kuna vifaru, kuna polisi nyingi sana.
Players in the tourism industry have called on visitors to embrace the coastal destination as a unique attraction site that offers different experience. The sentiments were a culmination of the Mombasa Tourism Week, where an array of coastal culture and traditions were displayed. From the display of coastal cuisines, including the traditional dishes, participants also exhibited various products in the hospitality sector that identifies the region as an attractive destination. Participants called on the county government to organize such events in order to market Mombasa as one of the world's attractive places to visit. The event, happening at Mama Ngina waterfront, will come to a conclusion today with a much-hyped tuk-tuk rally competition.
Leo nimekuja hapa kujionea mambo ya tourist. Nimejienjoy sana kwa miaka nyingi.
Each Swahili food has a background of it. So it's nice if we get to advertise this. We have these functions so that we can come showcase our stuff and people don't forget about the Swahili culture.
Mimi ningeomba gavana wetu Abdul Swamad iwe ukitufanyia at least mwaka mara 3 hivi. Unajua sisi ni mamama ambao tunashughulika kwa kujitafutia wenyewe. Tuna hustle. So mkitufanyia mambo kama haya kwetu huwa ni furaha. Mwanzo tunajumuika, sote twajuana, kisha tunafuata zile mila zetu, culture zetu za Kiswahili.
On to some politics now, where the United Democratic Alliance Party says the plot to impeach the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, is well underway, and that the party is fully behind the motion to kick out its deputy leader. But as the ouster bid gathers steam, several allies of the Deputy President have come out to defend him while calling for the caution in impeachment agenda. Kevin Mutai has more.
In just a matter of hours, an impeachment motion against the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is to be tabled in Parliament with hundreds of signatures already collected in support of the cause. UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar says the party supports Gachagua's ouster and that the mission to remove him is only held by time.
We will go with the majority members of the UDA party. If the majority members of the UDA party are in support of the impeachment, then the UDA party itself will also support what the members feel is in the best interest of the party and the country.
Gachagua's predicament, UDA says, is as a result of his political gospel of uniting the mountain. He is also accused of disrespecting the president and attempts to scuttle the presidency.
You cannot preach the gospel of ethnicity, malice, division, gospel of exclusion, gospel that tries to incite one group of people against another. He has been the most catastrophic, the most insidious in terms of dealing a very decisive blow to the unity of this country.
We will look at it, and if the grounds are sustainable enough for the impeachment of the deputy president, we will impeach him. But if the grounds are not sufficient enough, he'll have another chance.
But Gachagua is not without his own army. The remaining Azimio One Kenya Alliance parties, led by Kalonzo Musyoka's Wiper, have vowed to stand by him in Parliament. Makueni Senator Dan Manzo says the House is being whipped to hound the DP out, but the numbers are what that matter.
That removal is also unconstitutional and should be challenged in the courts. There are no grounds of removal of Rigathi Gachagua as stipulated in the Constitution. If anyone has broken the Constitution and breached the Constitution many times, many more times than all of us and than Deputy President Gachagua, is Ruto himself. And therefore, if there is anyone to be beached in this country, it is President Ruto.
Back in his Mount Kenya backyard, camps are already forming, whereas a good number of elected leaders and elders have denounced him as the regional kingpin and opted for Interior CS Kithure Kindiki as his replacement, some calling for caution.
Starting that kind of narrative and discussions at the moment, it is premature, it is prejudicial. Juu hatujui pia makoti ya Kenya itasema nini.
Kukusanya masaini, kukusanya impeachment kwetu hakuna kwa dictionary yetu sisi watu wa mlima, na wale wanapenda amani hakuna impeachment. Shauri nchi inaweza kusambaratika shauri ya kitu kimoja tu.
Sisi tunaona hiyo inaweza kuwa jama ya kusambaratisha utulivu, amani na ukuzaji wa maendeleo na uchumi katika sehemu ya mlima.
The impeachment motion will be tabled on Tuesday, marking the first step in the long and arduous task of removing the second in command. Will the chicken come home to roost, or will he survive? Kevin Mutai, NTV.
We're taking a short break here on NTV at 1, but don't go too far. We have more lined up for you, including Kenya's win at the Berlin Marathon.
Vitu tudogo lakini hesabu mingi. 1 times 4, 3 times 2, 2 times.
Umepitisha limit ya dawa.
That's a tough pill to swallow. He's now wondering why he doesn't have Shwari medical cover. Una access full limit kutumia unavyohitaji. Ukiwa na Shwari, utawahi sikia umepitisha limit ya dawa na bado kuna pesa imebaki. Bonyeza *371# kuchukua Shwari medical cover leo.
Introducing Festive Cakes.
Here are some delightful snacks for all of you.
The Festive Simbella Cake. Indulge in the pleasure of a cone-shaped cake that's bursting with flavors.
Where did you come from? Come. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Festive Cupcakes.
Thank you.
Perfect treat to share with friends and family.
Now for your kids' school snacks, hakuna stress.
Festive Ring Cakes. The perfect blend of sweetness and softness.
And now this is for you, Dad, and your office mate.
Festive Pound Cake. This sumptuous cake will leave you craving for more. Taste the magic with our Festive Cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Looking for new business opportunities? Don't miss the 9th edition of Complast Kenya.
the International Plastics Exhibition. Here, you can start your own plastics factory with minimal investment. Become an agent for top machinery brands, distribute raw materials or finished goods. Save the dates. At KICC from October 1st to 3rd, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Entry is free.
Can we understand an unspoken language? Itaweza sema habari ya asubuhi. Can it be a way to savor each moment? Sisi tunajua it can start lifelong stories. Be the center of celebrations and so much more. The more the milk, the better the chai. Chai kweli ina Brookside Dairy Best.
Usiachwe nyuma. Join us at the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Register by visiting www.nairobimarathon.com and help us move Kenya forward. Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Run. Embrace possibility.
Our planet is calling, and we must answer. This October 3rd and 4th, join us for the Earthwise Summit 2024, where changemakers from around the world unite to create a sustainable future under the theme Equity, Innovation, and Resilience in the Face of Climate Change. From innovative green technologies to bold climate solutions, Earthwise Summit 2024 brings together the brightest minds, boldest ideas, and you. Because the future of our planet is in our hands. The summit will be held at KWS Clubhouse, Nairobi, and be live on NTV at 8 a.m.
You haven't supported her in her illness at all. I mean, it doesn't take too much time from social media and the many occupations of a princess.
They love to change things, right? So who was it? Santillana?
Why does it matter who told me? What's going on with that woman, huh? Are you still in love with her? Does she still make you feel something?
First of all, don't raise your voice.
No.
I'm very sorry. We did everything that we could. But your father's gone.
No.
You are the one.
Where did you come from?
Come. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Taste the magic with our festive cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Welcome back to NTV at 1 with me, Hellen Aura. Players in the moving and relocating industry have called on East Africa community governments to work on harmonious policies that will facilitate seamless movement of goods and people across the region. Industry stakeholders say that though significant progress has been made in removing non-tariff barriers, a lot still needs to be done to enhance trans-border business transactions for the purpose of market expansion. This came up during the 10th anniversary of the Nelion Kenya Relocating Company in EAC.
And sometimes you go into a border and you find the customs officer you're dealing with doesn't maybe know a certain issue about how to go about a certain issue to do with household goods. And we always come in to advise and even to check and counter check so that our clients don't get inconvenienced.
So we come in to fill the gap. We bring the professional moving bit into Kampala. As a market, it's not yet oversaturated like it is in Kenya, so we are there, I'm moving on and spreading the gospel of professional moving.
While the State Department provides strategic and policy support to Kenyans abroad, Nelions offers the practical, on-the-ground services necessary to facilitate the physical movement.
Welcome back to NTV at 1. We're joined by our sports team lead Bernard Ndong, who is live from Eldoret, where there was a watch party in regards to the Berlin Marathon. Bernard, could you tell us how this mood there has been and what else do we need to know?
Thank you very much, Hellen, Aura, there in the studio. First of all, of course, congratulations on making your debut on screen. Of course, we've been doing our 360 degrees coverage of the 2024 Berlin Marathon Wakabi. Kenyans would have wanted to dominate, and at least CBN Couture has given us some level of at least something to celebrate, finishing second Wakabi. And of course, all this opportunity comes in terms of the partners that come be involved in sports.
Yes, Bernard, it was quite the morning out in Eldoret when you see how people turn out, when you see the crowd that comes out to cheer one of their own, and to have the kind of support that we need, because you can't do this by yourself. Just like the athlete needs a lot of people to be able to perform at that level, we also do need support, and that's why KCB came on board graciously, and that's why we can stand here and say, you know what, it's been a great morning.
Yes,
you know, like the perfect example of blessings, and why not start counting our blessings with KCB?
Absolutely, and we're joined by Mr. Peter Mutugota, who is the Regional Service Quality and Compliance Manager, KCB Kenya. First of all, thank you so much for just joining us. Help us understand, KCB has been very passionate about sports. Why that love affair with sports?
Okay, for KCB, we like to give opportunities and platforms for our sportsmen and women so that they can flourish, they can develop their skills, and also we give them a platform where they can showcase their talent in the global map, so that once now they are seen in the global map, they can be able to be world beaters out there.
And of course, like a day like today, when you see the crowd that shows up out on Uganda Road, how much does that give you joy? Because not only are you supporting our athletes, but you're able to connect with your customers.
We are very happy because when we started this journey of sponsorships of sporting events, our joy is when we see our athletes out there and the Kenyans supporting them. So we were very happy to see that crowd out there, and we are also extremely happy that Kenyans were able to showcase their talent. They were able to bring some joy to Kenyans. Our athletes were able to bring some joy to Kenyans. Especially Kotu being number 2, that was wonderful.
Help me understand, because I know KCB is in rugby, KCB is in football, KCB is in volleyball. I think KCB is also in chess. You're in so many sporting disciplines. How has that impacted KCB in terms of the brand?
We have sponsored so many events and we have sponsored so many disciplines, but our joy is not in terms of the impact, but just showing that when we go out there and support those sportsmen, they are able to be known and to develop their talents. They are able to get to put Kenya on the sporting map, and actually to develop Kenya as a sporting destination. That is our joy. We do not look so much in terms of what the return is on what we are doing. We are very passionate about sport and developing that talent, because that is in line with our blood purpose of for people for better. Meaning, whatever we touch, we need to leave it better than it was.
And not only that, the support that gives to the youth, because when you do sports, it's basically the youth. How key is the fact that you're able to support the young people in the country doing what they love?
It is very key, and as you know, being a corporate citizen, we need also to play our part in developing that talent. And that is why you see we'll go out there and identify those talents. Like now we are even doing scholarships for young students who do not have the privilege of getting the opportunities. That is our joy, because at some point we will be able to see those people we are sponsoring becoming world-class athletes, world-class sportsmen and women. And that is why we are very happy, and we have invested a lot. In the last maybe 1 or 2 decades, we have invested in excess of 2.3 billion in sporting activities. And that is the joy that we can see. That investment has brought some returns.
There's something interesting I realized, Wakabi, they have a very unique project within this area as well, especially targeting just their young athletes. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, we started this year sponsorship for underprivileged young students who are not able to get into secondary schools and they have the talent. So we have started this year with 50 students. So we will go to, they are going to institutions where they are able to develop those talents. They are able to get coaches who are going to train them, so that at the end of the session, then they develop their talent, they are able to get exposure to the global stage, and they are able now to develop that talent and do actually shine in their respective disciplines.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter Mutogota, for joining us here on NTV. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. And
thank you.
You know, the thing is we need to appreciate is the fact that all this would not have been possible as well without the support of the county government. And we're now joined by the CEC Sports Wasingishu County Engineer Lucy Ngendonjoroge. Should be joining us shortly. And Wakabi, people need to understand where we are specifically. We are at a very, very unique area here at the Eka Hotel. You can just see the background there. A lot of images that just celebrates Kenyan sports, men and women.
It's a beautiful wall of fame. It's called the Eka's Wall of Fame. And when I look at it, the picture that stands out for me is Leah Malot. Now, not many people know who Leah Malot is, but 1987, All African Games, she won gold in the 10,000 meters. So when I saw her picture there, I go like, oh, that's fantastic. Then we've got Tekla Chamawabai. We all know who Tekla is. So, again, it's the City of Champions. This wall justifies that title. City of Champions. So let's find out how the City of Champions it's supporting its champions.
Yes, CEC for Sports. Just tell us, how important is sports in raising the profile of Eldoret, Wasingishu County in total?
Maybe by that, I would want to say North Rift is actually the home, the source, and also the City of Champions. That is because this is where they are trained.
Yes.
This is where they live. This is where the talent is. Apart from just the Morusik and the practicing of running, it becomes the City of Champions. And if I may just add on the fact that we've just become the 5th city just recently, so we actually welcome everyone. If you want to run, be in Eldoret.
Of course, one key thing is infrastructure. That's something most people will be very keen on, especially the athletes who train here, the athletes who prepare themselves for some of these major races, like the one we've seen at the Berlin Marathon. Going forward, what more can be done? Because that is something that has been a bit of concern for some of the athletes, especially infrastructure.
The administration of Dr. Jonathan B. Chelili, who is our governor, is keen on ensuring that the sports facilities are in place. The Chagaya Height Training Camp is already ongoing, which was started some years back. And also we have the 64 Stadium that is also ongoing, almost in completion. We also have Kipchoge Keino Stadium that is also being done by the national government, and the contractor is already on site. So much is being done in terms of sports facility.
Just how important are the athletes in terms of marketing this county? Because like you said, you may be known for many other things, but really nothing is bigger than a Kenyan athlete. How important are they in your drive to stand out as the newest city in Kenya?
Our athletes are like our gold here in North Rift region and Wasingishu in particular, because they are the ones who have actually made the Eldoret city to be what it is today, because it is the City of Champions, and also in ensuring that we nurture the talents that they have. The county government has also been keen in ensuring that we have the Governor's Cup that brings on board all the sports discipline other than the athletics.
Thank you so much for joining us, just to get a sense of how important sports is for this specific county. And remember, we are just concluding the live coverage that we've had since morning of the 2024 Berlin Marathon from the streets of Eldoret, the streets of Berlin. Just to remind you, Wakabi, we finished second, Kenya finished second, the 2024 edition, celebrating 50 years. From Eldoret, from myself, and of course, James Wakabi, that's it for now.
So much Bernard Ndong and James Wakabi live from Eldoret, where the watch party was in regards to the Berlin Marathon. Now, Chris Njoroge is the overall winner of the annual Old Starehan Golf Tournament with a handicap of 54 and a total score of 49 points. The men's title went to Michael Njau with 48 points, while Benson Muteru and Benjamin Ndungu, finished second and third respectively. In the women's game, Njeri Kamau outclassed Sharon Okwami with 45 points with a handicap of 29. The aim of the tournament is to raise funds to keep the students of Starehe boys and girls in school, especially those from humble backgrounds. The tournament was held at the Limuru Country Club in Kiambu County.
This year, Starehe celebrates 65 years of transforming lives. And we are looking to raise 65 million shillings to commemorate this event. $1 million shillings helps to keep one boy or girl in school for free in perpetuity. 70% of the students admitted in Starehe boys and girls study for free. They are sponsored.
And a part of our responsibility as the board, working together with the Old Starehian Society, is to raise funds to provide education for these boys. In addition to the ones that we need for educating the boys on a year-on-year basis, to raise additional funds to rehabilitate the infrastructure and also prepare the school for the CBC curriculum.
As a golf community, we sponsor currently 6 students in the boys and the girls school. We also chip into the school's need as on a need basis, because if we raise funds annually, we are able to respond quickly. And today I'm also happy to say that we got a lot of support from Alliance Girls alumni who came in large numbers to play in the event and to support us. And also we pledged to reciprocate with them. Because, you know, for us, it's not just about Starehe or Alliance. You know, it's the whole Kenya. When someone gets educated, they serve the whole country.
A hearty congratulations to Cyprian Kotut, who came in second in today's Berlin Marathon. Well, everything good has to come to an end. All that is good has to come to an end, and that is all for today. My name is Hellen Aura, and thank you so much for keeping me company here on NTV at 1. Be blessed and do enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you next Sunday.